eXcellence up on defense. And not much of a surprise here with the operator selections, except for the Buck and Capitao. The Buck's not necessarily a surprise. The Capitao, yes, no, maybe?
I would say Capitao is a little bit of an off pick on this map. However, we have seen specific Capitao firebolts and smokes really actually lock down or lock up around for the attackers. So I just want to see where Elevate's going to be putting those. That's the important bit, is where do those fire arrows see themselves placed?
Now we are going to spot out the Echo come into play here instead of the Mira, which typically, if they're trying to hold the top floor, we've seen Mira be very useful, especially on the wall we just saw Echo reinforced, saw Gurmy reinforced facing that master bedroom balcony. But this time around, looks as though we are going to be foregoing that sort of strategy.
Yeah, eXcellence going to be opting to try and defend the top very hard with a lot of reinforcements and seemingly also just player presence as a total. Now, every time we've seen this hard upstairs defense throughout Pro League's history, almost every time it's been unsuccessful. It does not really seem to be a favored strategy by a majority of teams, specifically in the Pro League. Obviously, the reason eXcellence is utilizing it here is because it's worked for them in scrims. So we'll see if eXcellence is going to be able to make it or force it out against Elevate. One of the great things about defending the top floor hard as a defender is that the only way the attackers can repel their way up onto this top floor is via the balcony outside of Master. You see Chapstick on right now, and that balcony over by the front door. Meanwhile, the defenders can hold down all of the ladders.
Oh, Gurmy's got a skedaddle on out of the hallway, about to get opened up here underneath by Shuttle.
Yeah, this is a strategy that's been around for a long time, sticking a Buck in big garage and opening up underneath behind Trophy, trying to force out that that singular, usually, defender who holds down this site. And it might actually work here for Elevate. They've really pushed Gurmy into a spot where he doesn't want to be. He's stuck in the hallway, which can be opened up from above.
And that's actually the use of the fire arrow we just saw there. They moved Gurmy into the hallway. You saw the fire arrow come in, I believe that might have been through the kitchen window or the trophy window.
It could have either been through that or through the little drone hole in Trophy.
True, yes, the drone hole by Trophy.
Either way, it's not going to catch Gurmy. He is actually going to have to have been able to relocate just slightly. Shuttle's going to be looking for him, though, and the drone will spot him out. Unfortunately for Shuttle, Gurmy's still able to relocate.
Now we do have Maman who's down here in the basement, possibly coming up from behind Shuttle. Looks as though a little pick coming out from Geo, not Geo.
Who's actually Geo.
Who is actually Geo. I almost said Nat Geo there.
Yeah, no, that's a good initial kill onto Laxing. That's the Thatchergon, which means any electronics that are still up will remain that way, at least for the most part.
Now, Chapstick has gotten his way onto the balcony here, but he does not have control of the top floor. You've got Geo over in office, and Valkyrie's going to be on those stairwells. They're going to get a nice pinch on Chapstick, should he decide to push in a little bit more. Without that Hibana pick, Chapstick's going to have to expose himself, put himself in a vulnerable position to open up that drop hatch, but England's going to rush inside, try to go for the drop shot on the Gurmy, and he'll get the kill. No, that's going to be Skies picking it up as he pushed in right after. They now have control here of the trophy room, and they are going to get that plant down. My man trying to come up from behind to get the shots down, but they've already progressed into trophy. Diffuser will get planted. Now Fox is going to be up inside of the bushes as Brian gets that SMG-11 kill from the kitchen onto England. Comes swinging around there. Skies picks off those shots there onto Brian. Another trade. Fox looking like he gets the kill. No, he does. He wins that MPX kill onto Skies. Last one alive is going to be Chapstick. He drops down into the kitchen. Looks to go for Fox, and it gives away his position. He's now moving away over towards Fox. A 2-on-1. You have to get Geo back upstairs in case Fox loses this engagement. They're playing Ring Around the Rosie right now, going from the trophy room to the hallway. Fox goes for the kill, but misses, and there's not much time left. He's going to get the double kill.
What a
Chapstick with a double kill.
Good job there from Chapstick, playing his role upstairs in the master bedroom. And then once he saw, okay, all my teammates are dead, time to go try and cover the diffuser, he's like, all right, we're going to drop down and rotate on through the main hallway. Now, unluckily for eXcellence, we had the Mute play a little bit too passively downstairs and left Valkyrie into that 1 versus 1. I was unable to get the refrag, just a little too slow on that rotation. Although good gunplay there from Skies and Chapstick both to lock that round out for Elevate. The strategy, as you could see there from Elevate GG, was a very simple one. Let's try and get rid of whomever is playing inside the B bomb site, first by moving them out of the B corner, forcing them into the hallway, then by using those fire arrows to try and burn them out. Now that strat unfortunately didn't work, but the simple vault on in through the B window and plant did. Unfortunately, seems like eXcellence was not covering that main trophy hallway from the dining table.
Yeah, it looks as though they did not, like you said, miss that opportunity. But we are seeing up here on the round number 2, Gurmy picking up the Jackal, which we've seen Jackal on Bank. Yes, we know he's viable. We've seen him a little bit on Border. Very, very nice as well. We have not seen him, to my knowledge, on Chalet yet. This is going to be our first appearance with him.
Well, it makes sense that we're going to be seeing Jackal played on Chalet. As we've talked about it previously, how the roam game from the defenders is so very important. Maintaining control over the library, where you can see Shuttle right now trying to do just that, at least for the moment, is an incredibly important part of this particular defense. So having Jackal to know exactly where that roamer is in the library is useful.
Now, we typically see Jackal with that PDW, and we're spotting Gurmy here using that C7E. Is that going to sway how he maneuvers through the map here, or is the weapon choice not as significant?
I mean, slightly less pre-fires, of course, because you don't have those 50 bullets in the magazine coming that the PDW has, but it's not really going to affect his gameplay too much. They're both very, very good guns.
Now it looks as though Skies is going to be inside of the kitchen here. Heartbeat sensor in hand, looking at Brian outside of the trophy window. And he's also detected someone up on the balcony. That's going to be Geo. They've called it on out. The C4 might come up through the floor. He's ready to go. He spots one outside. And will he toss it up through, or going to hold off on it?
He's looking to hook that C4 through the main master balcony window and onto whoever is standing on the balcony. But no, he's actually going to fall down into the basement. I think that might have been a mistake, but it also could have been an attempt at a late roam. No, it was a simple mistake.
Yeah, simple mistake. He fell down through the hole that had been opened up, and he had to rush on back to the site.
Luckily, he's a 3-speed. He's going to be able to do that just fine. Now, 1 minute 30, and eXcellence. They are situated around the bomb site, but they haven't done really much to deal with this roam game yet. Laxing and Shuttle are going to be rotating through the basement, but Foxay is going to take out England. That's just through main door of the lobby.
Wonderful kill there. However, looks like Shuttle gets taken out by Geo. And we also had a little bit of damage get done to Skies, I think by self-infliction of the C4. He tossed it up, did not get out of the way in time, and I believe that cost him about 70 health. Now we do have about 1/3 of the round left to go. Skies is going to navigate back into the kitchen and get droned out in time. So Geo working his way to try to open up more of the floor here. And they are trying to collapse on the roamers below. That's going to be Laxing. However, Gurmy works his way in, rushes into the dining hall. He's going to pick that 1 kill up on the Skies, now moves over. Chapstick didn't go for a peek here. Gurmy's not going to look in that direction just yet. Tosses out a nade, but instead gets picked off, and that headshot will then dominate the shots there from Chapstick onto Gurmy. 4-on-1. Chapstick trying to hold down the fort. Brian takes 1 kill into Laxing. A 4-on-1. Chapstick not necessarily going to have this in the best opportunity. But looks like Geo's going to land a couple bits of pressure here. Diffuser will go down. Fox spots him out. I wouldn't say quadruple pressure being put down onto him. Fox comes out with the kill.
A nice take there from eXcellence. A little bit of an older strategy, but it never really actually got phased out due to not working. It just kind of, people stopped doing it because it was so predictable, which is, hey, let's take control of the lobby. All right, now let's push on in through the main lobby doors into dining table. Okay, we have control of dining table. Now let's plant in in kitchen, or just kill everybody. And that's exactly what eXcellence did. As soon as they had control over dining table, it was pretty cut and dry. That was not a really simple attack strategy, but it worked great for them. And also a little bit there, as you can see, completely navigated around that roam game, which we were seeing from Elevate. And now, neither of these teams unable to defend this trophy. We will have eXcellence be the first ones to bring us back to the Trophy Kitchen defense.
Now, I did spot it out in that kill cam of the previous round. I'm digging the eXcellence charm.
Yeah,
they have their weapon charm on. One of the 4 weapon charms released in game so far. I believe it is, was it Flipside? It is Penta.
Penta, eXcellence, and Vitality, I think?
Yes, Team Vitality.
Seconds left before insertion.
Whatever the case be, some awesome charms for these teams who definitely deserve it.
And we are going to get underway with round number 3. Action phase has begun. Fox going to toss out his second black eye. Third one's going to go up to the window here, up onto the chimney. And we've seen that before. It's a very old camera, but also not one that's typically spotted out and destroyed. And it tends to leave its line of sight onto that front lobby way.
Interesting Claymore there. That's going to be for the run out that might come from the master window or office window, because the rotation back into the bomb site is going to come through those stairs. It also could just be straight up a Claymore to counter anyone running up from the stairs, but we don't see that run out as much. And if you do see it, you see it from, oh, Gurmy going to get lit up from underneath. That's a lot of damage onto the 3 armor, which is going to put him on 1 or 2 shots of HP. That's very important. Despite not getting the kill, it's a good start here for Elevate.
Now, to counter this strategy from Elevate, which again we've called out as an older strategy, still viable, you've got to get some pressure downstairs. And that looks like it's going to be my man's job, but he needs to start laying that down now before the majority of the floor of Trophy gets opened up, and that forces Gurmy to his death. But he's going to waste too much time, and England will be there to get the kill.
Yeah, you can see there all the way across the hall, my man with a nice headshot through the window of the SUV is going to take out Shuttle, and now they have big garage control. Despite losing Gurmy, they are going to have a good sway back in the momentum.
Now, England did spot out my man there. He's going to get droned out as well, so he's going to be shot from behind her, possibly wallbang there.
There it is.
Wonderful kill there by Skies, picking up the headshot there, and my man, a 3-on-4. Still plenty of time here for the attackers, but eXcellence is going to need to hold down this fort inside a Trophy if they want to keep this round in their favor.
A little bit too much of a hard committal there from a man in the big garage.
Yeah, once you get rid of the buck, the destruction is done. You just need to navigate back onto site, regroup your numbers. However, we will spot Laxing. That's the Blackbeard underneath. Now, Gio's trying to tag a couple shots through the window onto Skies, but he's got to be wary because he's going to be fighting 3 speeds. He's going to pop on over, grabs 1 kill there. Can he tag another? England's going to pop in momentarily. No, he's going to smack the kills down. Wonderful shot by England. He's going to take that cover of the gas grenade, hop inside, gets tagged out there by Brian, however. A 2-on-2 now, 35 seconds left to go. Diffuser has been dropped inside of the Trophy Lounge. Now, Laxing is out on the window. You've also got, that is going to be Chapstick coming through the drop hatch. He's going to drone out one chance before he drops, tries to challenge that kitchen hold from Brian. Fox going to navigate on over as well. Wait for Laxing to push in. Looks as though Chapstick did not get the kill just yet. Brian will fall. Laxing on 1 health, and Chapstick will go down. Now, 1 bullet here from Fox will finish out Laxing. He's going to rush up forward. Goes for the C4 toss, and that will not do the trick, but that will not either. Fox, he's going to go for the kill, and he gets it. Wonderful shot there, and that's going to be Fox A securing this clutch in a 2-on-1. And we are going to have eXcellence win round number 3. They're now up by 1 round.
Yeah, and the first successful defense round at that, coming from eXcellence. They're looking pretty strong here on their trophy hold. You saw clearly they adapted from what they were doing in the previous defense of that of that trophy, which was as soon as Gurmy died last time, they lost all of their trophy control, all of their B-bomb site control, and Elevate, all they needed to do was vault in through that B window. This time, eXcellence placed an enormous amount of pressure onto that B window, as well as just trying to maintain a player inside of B instead of what we saw in the previous defense, which is it's just a great adaptation, understanding the attack strat that's going to be coming from Elevate and seeing what they can do about it.
See, I love the pick here. Like we talked about 2 rounds ago during the first attack round for eXcellence. I love the pick from Jackal. It's one we haven't seen before, but I do like the pick from Jackal because to me, they know that Laxing and Skies, or Laxing and Shuttle, are going to be the roamers. They know they've stratted this out. They've counter-stratted this out, we'll say, to then pick out those roamers and identify, okay, they are downstairs. We know for a fact Laxing loves his back staircase. He loves being downstairs in the snowmobile garage and wine cellar.
Well, I also like the fact that it plays into their attack strategy, which is taking control of that lobby. When you have to deal with so many roamers in that attack strat, you have to worry about things coming from above you, below you, to the side, by bar. I mean, there's so many factors to take into account there. And that Jackal will help you just kind of mitigate a few of them. Not only does Jackal tell you where the roamers are, but it usually forces the roamers to fall into the basement instead of trying to directly challenge on the attackers once they've got that Jackal mark. So I think that might just actually be a strategy coming out from Gurmy and eXcellence as a whole, is just, hey, let's force these roamers out without actually directly challenging, which is what they did last time. Last time they forced the Elevate roamers, Laxing and Shuttle, to rotate downstairs into the basement and all the way back to site, and they got cut off in that process.
Now we still do have Shuttle and Laxing on these back staircases. Laxing's going to be at the lower half, and I believe Shuttle walked past him and moved down towards the wine cellar. But if Laxing gets droned out, he's either going to fight or flight, and it looks as though he's typically going to be a fighter. So we'll have to see if Fox is able to help pinch that from above. My man's already on the balcony outside of the Fireplace Lounge, and I believe Gio's up on the balcony as well. He's already managed to get his way inside. Laxing, however, will pick off the kill there onto Jackal. Unfortunately, though, that's Jackal not going to be able to clear out any more roamers here. That's
also the diffuser down in that doorway, as you can see. That's huge, not only a huge component of the eXcellence attack, just defanged, but also wasting a lot of time here. Fox, as you can tell, has to be very careful as he goes to retrieve this diffuser.
Yep, and Fox just going to get rid of that barbed wire, make his escape should he need it. But like we said, he got to pick up that diffuser and then move on forward, regroup with his team, and try to pick out the roamers that are no longer, their positions are no longer compromised.
You can see here, we do have Not Geo trying to open up this vertical game for the attackers onto that dining table. Brian, meanwhile, is going to kill Shuttle, who appeared to be peeking up from the bottom west lobby stairs, and that will be the first kill for the attackers. Laxing still playing inside that snowmobile garage, just waiting for the opportunity to take out one of the attackers in the main lobby, as Elevate is conscious that that main lobby attack is the majority of the eXcellence strategy.
Now Fox is going to challenge this. He's going to go right on down, trying to bait out the shots. He spotted him out. And this is the kill that he's looking to get. Fox is going to go for the final kill. He's moving on forward with the shots. He tags him on down. No, he missed it. Fox, what are you doing? Pistol kill is going to come out from Laxing, tag him even more down. However, he knows he's frustrated right there. Yeah. He knows that was his kill. The man, however, will move in forward. Gets a double kill onto England and Skies. Last two alive going to be Chapstick. Down in Trophy. They know that for a fact. Laxing underneath. Looks like that SMG-11 will tag my man down. Brian needs to challenge this. 20 seconds left to go. Fox has diffuser. Now Brian gets picked off as well. And unfortunately, Laxing and Fox are going to trade it on out. Oh! And there is Geo moving in from the windowsill. And that's going to be the round going in favor of eXcellence. They're now up by 2 rounds.
By all accounts, we should have had Not Geo lose that fight to Chapstick. A nice attempt from Chapstick, but unfortunately, Chapstick didn't check all of his angles before swooping around that corner onto the B window. If he had, he probably would have won that fight. Unfortunately, now a 3-1 lead in favor of eXcellence. A couple potatoes here and there, but despite that fact, they have pushed themselves into their third defense of the wine cellar basement, which is the first time we've seen this exact site played in this map.
And we've seen, I want to talk back at that trophy and kind of what just unfolded there at the last moment. With Chapstick being inside a trophy, we saw him kind of roaming freely, we'll say, around the trophy middle display case. And oftentimes we've seen strategies from teams where they'll leave the trophy window intact, or at least they won't pressure that throughout the round, and then they'll come in the last 15 seconds once the defenders think, oh, there's no one pushing in through there. And that's exactly what I think Geo did. He wasted a lot of time upstairs, came in through the window at the last second, and caught Chapstick off guard because the rest of the pressure was coming in through kitchen.
And now, eXcellence, they are going to be bringing a mute. You could tell that they're going to be trying for a little bit of a heavier roam here on the basement, bringing those mute jammers to try and delay the roam clear from Elevate as long as possible.
Attackers have recovered their diffusers. Attackers must
no real big surprises other than that coming in these operator selections. And as you can see from eXcellence, still a little bit of the pressure in terms of their presence upstairs and in the first floor. Looks like Elevate might be trying for a wine cellar intake based on their spawns, and they're sort of situated around that big garage looking to push in through Wine Hall.
Yeah, all the operators are pushing in from that north side. You can see they've brought the Hibana and Thermite. Most likely, if they're pushing the wine cellar, it's to make sure that if one of them dies, it can still open up some avenues on site. But typically, the Thermite is generally seen as more important on a wine cellar hold.
Yeah. Got to get that closet open, assuming the defenders haven't opened it up already. A little bit of a mixed opinion, which is the better to do there for defense. They are going to be starting with a clear of the master bathroom and master itself, though. This is in an attempt to try and deny the roam game for the defenders upstairs.
Now they have My man, they're still going to need to work with the top floor. He's going to be inside of the library. Chapstick droned him out. Fox is now going to regroup with him above the balcony. Now, challenging this from a holographic scope, this kind of distance could be beneficial, but also could be detrimental. Shuttle's going to give that up and then move down into the dining hall and kitchen.
It's a difficult shot to hit, to say the least, but with that MPX, you can usually make it happen. Sky is going to start things off with a kill and a Gurmy, and I believe that's part of the roam game. Actually, no, it was not part of the roam game. That was a bandit all the way down in the basement, in the wine cellar. And that's going to actually prompt not Geo to rotate back down into the site, as one of the anchors have been taken out.
Now, Fox is pinned here. However, he has not been
back
spotted. So Geo will likely try to be some of the bait from this, but it looks as though Chapstick will move away for now after opening up the wall.
Yeah, you can see here, Elevate, they are still trying to pressure onto this roam game as much as possible. Fox A is put himself by the fridge in the main door, and this is a really sneaky spot. It's likely not going to get seen by the attackers, but they're still going to be aware of the roam presence.
My man coming in hard from up top of the kitchen stairs, able to take out Shuttle. That's going to be Buck taken out of commission. Now that's Fox's cue for going for a push. He needs to toss a C4 over the table because right now that's going to be a prone Skies. He gets spotted out. Seen there. Wonderful kill by Fox. He's going to move in forward. Habana will take on the trade. A 3-on-3. Now 20 seconds left to go. My man coming in hot from behind. Going to grab that kill into Chapstick, and now that's going to leave Laxing and England last two alive for the attackers. England's inside. So is Laxing. C4's going to come out. Destroys the shield there. My man picking up another kill. That's 3K for him. The Deagle comes out from Laxing with the kill there onto Geo. Last two alive. He's got to go pick up that diffuser, but instead he's going to run on out, play for time. Wonderful job by my man picking up a 3K and winning the round.
That's that roam game here on Chalet, seeing such fantastic work, and now we're on match point round 6. Now, usually you don't expect to see match points so early in Chalet, but it is happening here. eXcellence seeming very dominant on this map. Elevate still struggling somewhat. Now, this was, of course, I believe, Elevate's pick, matter of fact. And if we go to when we go to the second map, it's going to be Kafe. That was eXcellence's pick. Now you have to be a little worried here for Elevate GG, because if Elevate's unable to win on their pick, of course they are very strong on Kafe. And we say even if you're counter-stratting Kafe for Elevate GG, you have to be conscious of their just raw skill on that map, their understanding of it as a whole, and their ability to mix things up. So if eXcellence manages to win here, they still have a lot to prove on Kafe, even though they were so confident to bring us to that map. We've seen that before from a number of different teams. Hey, we could bring Elevate GG to Kafe. We could do that.
I mean, we saw it in the last series, last week. We saw the 3-match series go on Chalet with, and we were or show on Kafe. We're like, why would you take eXcellence or Elevate to Kafe?
Yeah, and it's always actually worked out for Elevate GG. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see exactly what happens on the second map, but Elevate still have the ability to make this comeback happen. They only have to win 3 rounds in a row to bring it to overtime. Anything's possible.
Now we will see Elevate head downstairs to the basement as they are unable to successfully defend that kitchen and trophy after 3 attempts. After 2 attempts. This is going to be their 3rd defensive round. Now Fox going to work his way in from library, has his drone already in position to make it a quick clear, and allows him to actually gain just a little bit of footing before he hops back on his drone and then continues to clear. Shuttle looking like he might get droned out here on the back stairwell.
So you can see here there's a lot lighter of a presence on the roam game from Elevate, especially centered around the top floor as compared to eXcellence, the previous defense in the last round. But that could work for them pretty well. It looks like they're not going to, it looks like eXcellence isn't actually going to draw out Laxing or the Jaeger.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Fox A is going to be spotted out by this default camera. Fox A, though, going to see the default camera, notice that he's been spotted and relocate. That's a good play. Oh, he's actually going to continue to challenge this, and Laxing will see the angle but not hit the shot. Gurmy, meanwhile, taking out Shuttle. That was the player playing in that entranceway on the west side of this stairwell.
Yeah, Shuttle was droned out, and that forced him to navigate on out, expose himself, and we just saw the trade and the collapse upon it.
Yeah, good pressure there.
We do have Gurmy still looking for some footprints. He's going to go and try to challenge Laxing downstairs now.
Now, as opposed to eXcellence defense of the basement, with 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go, that's half the rounds, the attackers now have full control over the roam game. There is no roamer for Elevate GG. They're all centered around the basement, and that's a lot of pressure for Elevate.
Now, we do have eXcellence pinching Laxing. They know he's in that back corridor. I believe he's just been jackaled out. And they have opened up the bar drop hatch, which means Grim is going to go for the shots. He drops Diffuser and loses the engagement. Laxing now controls his own stairs at the moment. A 4-on-4. My man's going to have to go for a pre-fire. He knows that Laxing is going to be here. He's going to shoot and potentially get this shot down. If not, we are going to see Laxing potentially win this round single-handedly by dropping the Diffuser right under his feet.
Time is ticking away as my man goes for this drone, and all the drone's going to do is prompt Laxing of the fact that my man knows where he is, and Laxing will just relocate as soon as he sees it. Yep, there it is.
He goes back downstairs now. It's Laxing is one of those players that is going to re-challenge this. He looks up top. There's a nice shot there. Chapstick able to take down Fox, but Brian just wins that engagement onto Laxing. A 3-on-3. Diffuser has been picked up, but there's not too much time. Sky's going to be tucked around inside of the connector. He's going to peek on out with that MP5. It looks as though he might win this engagement. Brian's going to hold the longer angle here. Sky's jumping around, moving away. And we've got 10 seconds. And unfortunately, Brian's going to have to move on over. He's going to try to go for this plant here. Nade's going to come on out, and that will force Skies to move on over. Plant will go down. Wonderful collapsing job there by eXcellence. They get the plant down with a monstrous 1.5 seconds left to go. Elevate's going to move in forward there inside of the wine cellar. Tag from above by Geo. That's going to be a wonderful shot there and a wonderful kill. You've got Chapstick and Skies. Chapstick going to be inside of the wine cellar. Skies, I believe he's back and tucked away in the garage. Yes, he is. Underneath of the garbage cans. Coming on up the stairs. Looks to tag a couple shots there on my man, but misses. He's now the last man alive. Goes for one kill. Tags him down. My man going to come on down the stairs as Geo lights up the wall trying to fight Skies. He's got 2 health. 2 health and a dream, and that's not going to be enough. Geo comes around swinging, and that's going to be the final kill by my man to win round number 6. 5-1 in favor of eXcellence Gaming on map number 1 in this best-of-3 series of the playoffs.
Great match from eXcellence Gaming. 5-1. What a tremendous score going up against Elevate GG. That is not to be scoffed at. Now, this is worrisome. Again, this first map was Elevate GG's pick. And moving on to Kafe, you have to imagine eXcellence has put in a ton of work in counter-stratting how it is that Elevate defends and attacks both on that map.
And we talked about it during the rosters, and looking at the scoreboard, we saw that the scores for eXcellence were 7 kills, 6 kills, 6 kills, 7 kills. And that just goes to show how even these players are. Now we're going to take a look at some of the highlights. Trades back and forth across the board. So let's take a look at how this map unfolded under Chalet.
Now this first round was the only round I believe that Elevate actually managed to win. A very concise attack straight in through the B bomb site window with no direct challenge coming out from eXcellence. And as you can see there, ended in a clutch by Chapstick. So despite the fact that they won that round, it was still, you know,
it was still favored in eXcellence in that round.
After that, eXcellence adjusted, as you can see there with the mute play in the B bomb site. They did really put a lot of focus and emphasis on holding down the B bomb site, as opposed to their previous first defense of that round, of that bomb site.
Yeah, and there were rounds where Elevate got the initial kill.
Our producers are terrible. Why you got to do this to Fox, eh?
Unfortunately, there was just a little bit of recoil control missing from Fox's shot.
He's trying.
He tags him down with one, but misses the heel shot, and it's just a swan song, just a little dance back and forth.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, neither came out on top in that round, but that was a good clutch there by Fox coming into the kitchen, tags one down.
Yeah, despite the fact that he missed those shots earlier in the map, there was a lot of plays made by Fox, as we talked about earlier, that actually allowed his team to win the rounds and end this in a 5-1. So, still really good play from Fox overall, and that's the important thing.
Yes, still very good play from overall all 10 players today. We are going to get into our second game here momentarily. It's going to be on Kafe. And Kafe, as we said, if we were just looking at maps played, teams going up against who, this would be in favor of Elevate, typically.
But we did talk to eXcellence Gaming in the interview earlier, and they were, Fox was saying that it does, you know, they are putting in a lot of time watching those VODs and trying to get an understanding of how Elevate plays. So the fact that Elevate's played so many times on Kafe might actually favor eXcellence in this instance.
Yeah, and originally, when you have a team that has a 3-week break, such as eXcellence has had, to me, I was a little worried they might be a little rusty. And I know teams are often scrimming; they're going through the strides of trying to keep their momentum up and keep their play style up, but 3 weeks is a long time to not play an official Pro League game.
Well, of course, you know, they took a break, got a little bit of a breather, and then after that, they're going to come back at some point. I imagine that break was probably like a week at most.
Yeah.
And they're coming back, and they're going to be going hard in their scrims and their dry runs, trying to prep themselves for this match because they do want to get that nice swift 2-0. And the fact that they had the confidence to pick Kafe against Elevate, and they seem like they really do have the skill to back it up, I think this might be a 2-0 in favor of eXcellence.
Very possible, and we're going to get underway with our second map of the day. It's going to be on Kafe between Elevate GG and eXcellence Gaming. Let's head on in as Elevate has chosen attack and eXcellence has chosen defense. We're now going to see the IQ play come out for the first time this series, and definitely an expected pick with Valkyrie tossing her cameras out from all different windows throughout the entire map.
Yeah, there's been some great Valkyrie cams on Kafe, outside, and even on the roof. And as you may or may not know, the way that Kafe usually works for the attackers is they put a lot of pressure down from the roof. And having a Valkyrie cam up on the roof itself to gather that information, see how many attackers are on the top floor, is super useful. But yeah, obviously having laxing on that IQ, that's not really going to fly.
Yeah. Now, one of the things we saw, I believe it was Bittersweet GG had originally showed us, I believe that was week number 3 or 4, was the yokai placement of the Echo Drone, or the yokai placement on the windowsill, the top of the windowsill on the north end of the map. You can see it zoomed in right here. That was a unique spot that we had both identified as we've not seen that before.
Yeah, it is a very interesting spot to put your yokai drone, and it's super useful as well because usually when you get someone with that echo, they're not going to be immediately, oh, it's over there. However, now that it's been used once, that is exactly what's going to happen. As soon as someone gets echo, they're going to be like, oh, it's over by the windowsill, it's on top of the pillar, and it's going to get shot pretty much immediately. However, it's a good initial start.
I had actually tested that out and wanted to see how far away that drone actually could disorient a target. You cannot get all the way in the back of Cocktail Lounge.
Oh, there you go. So, okay, a little bit of a flaw for that drone. Good find. Now, LA going to start with some putting themselves on the roof. I like these holes being made by eXcellence. That's going to be for C4 coming from below. However, we don't have anyone with a C4 playing below as of this moment. In fact, the only one who could have a C4 apart from Mira, who's not going to be doing that because she's at 3 armor, is Valkyrie. And Valkyrie's playing in Cigar and Piano right now. So, not sure what the plan is with that hole. It might just be to scare the attackers, but it is going to be there nonetheless. It could also be for the late game.
I was going to say late game if the Piano drop hatch has been opened up, but I don't think it has been just yet.
Yeah, we'll see exactly how they choose to utilize it, but a nice setup nonetheless from eXcellence, really trying to cover all their bases. As you can see here, Elevate, they're just trying to pressure into Cigar, and they will successfully take control, but now they have to win the fight with Foxe, who has been spotted out in this minibar of Piano. Wall's going to get opened up behind him, and he will walk right into England's gun. Good play there by Elevate, really reading into the Foxe defense of that Piano.
Now you can see Gurmy using that silenced MP5 to shoot through the little sliver of the Cigar humidor over there.
And one of the reasons that we see so much echo play on this particular floor is you can play him on that A-bomb site, shoot through that little wall. Gurmy with a nice shot onto Laxing. That's the person who dropped through the skylight. But yeah, you could shoot that tiny little wall of Cigar door. And because there's a silencer on that gun, no tracers, which means that the attackers may not know what's happening.
Now, England's going to have to swat away some of that gas grenade as he did inhale it, then backed on over to the Cigar Lounge. It's still, you can see all 4 attackers, though, forcing their way in through. Oh, here's that late game C4 toss. You said it wasn't the Mira, but there it goes. I think it tagged a little bit of England. However, it did not get the kill it needed to.
So the Mira dropped through the freezer drop down in order to rotate downstairs and utilize these holes to try and get this last second hold. And I like this play from eXcellence.
Now he's going to have to be wary of that red staircase. With that C4 being tossed out, that now just alerted all of Elevate. Hey, there's a roamer underneath we're going to have to deal with. Some shots are going to come on out. Chapstick will not be gassed out, but he also will not have a lot of health. Les Skies and England both fallen by my man and Gurmy. Last 2 alive going to be Shuttle and Skies. Actually, Sky has fallen. Chapstick gets taken out of commission by Gurmy. Here's Shuttle, gets the final kill. No, that's Geo getting the final kill there onto Shuttle. We are going to have round 1 go in favor of eXcellence.
Really love the destruction that eXcellence put onto the floor across the entire floor. Like, just really tons and tons and tons of pressure vertically there from eXcellence, especially the fact that they didn't play. Okay, so this is really interesting. A lot of the ways that attackers will try to counter set hold, having all those holes open, is they'll play 1 or 2 players downstairs to try and, well, kill the roamers. Elevate, of course, didn't do this, but the preemptive counter that would have worked against a lot of other teams from eXcellence was to just say, hey, we're not going to play a roamer downstairs. We're going to have that late rotation for the mirror inside freezer, and I really do like that play. Good reading there from eXcellence. Elevate on the other side didn't really put any effort into countering the roam game, into dealing with those holes from below, and they got tore up from below because of it.
Yeah, I mean, I like exactly what eXcellence had done. You called it out early on in the round. They said there's only 2 operators for C4. It's going to be Valkyrie and Mira.
Now, it wasn't likely to be a Mira, but it was a Mira.
Well, yeah, I mean, so you had Valkyrie inside of Piano, who got pinched, got taken out of commission, and then they're like, okay, they thought the exact same thing we thought. They said, well, the only other operator with C4 is Mira. She's upstairs. She's not going to rotate downstairs and toss the C4 up, and there it was.
Of course, the C4 didn't do anything, but it like barely missed all 3 of the attackers at Cigar.
I want to say they heard it rip or something, because they all scattered.
Yeah. Now, whatever the case be, eXcellence still did win that round, and now Elevate are going to be on to their defense of this top floor. And it's going to be a very similar setup here. Lots of holes opened up in the floor, same mirror windows for the most part, although I don't think we see that far east mirror window. Not yet, at least. Yeah, no, double mirror window actually on the freezer and bathroom walls. Now, I actually think that might be a little bit of mistake, a little bit older meta coming out here from Elevate, but we'll see if it works for them.
We're going to spot my man and possibly Geo over here, trying to open up the doorways and the windows towards that hallway of white stairs.
Yeah, we are seeing not Geo repelling onto these south windows. This is a little bit different, but it has actually worked for teams like Elevate in the past. Elevate won a Kafe map against Continuum, and I think the previous season, utilizing this exact repel, trying to put pressure onto the mirror window inside the bathroom. It's exactly what Geo's going to be doing.
Now, Laxton's going to be on the bottom of the white stairs, potentially trying to rush out here and get Geo, but he needs that cover, and I think my man's going to be the one providing it. Geo's then going to navigate off of the windowsill, off of the wall, and move on up towards the top of the roof.
eXcellence have control over the piano as well as Cigar, and this is going to be their beachhead, so to speak, their position where they will pivot onto an actual attack into the bomb site. Having both of these mirror windows open thanks to the Twitch and that Blackbeard is going to give Foxay the ability to slowly creep up on the window and try and get the kill on these freezer players.
He's going to look for the shots. He's not going to spot England. England won't go for the peek, but the headshot from Skies, or from Fox onto Skies, will be the first kill of the round, finishing off the Echo.
Fox,
another one by Fox. Wonderful shot. Now England cannot peek this because Fox knows he's going to be there. He will turn his back, and we will see Shuttle underneath. There's only 2 members left as England was removed from play by Geo. 2 members left here from Elevate, and it's looking like Shuttles and Laxton. Laxton trying to hold down the white backstairs as Shuttles underneath, trying to prevent that diffuser from being planted. And there is Blackbeard trying to peek around the back corridor. He's going to go for the shots there. Tosses out a flashbang after the shield has been destroyed. He's got to get rid of this barbed wire. And Laxton will now move on over towards the plywood, towards that drywall. And Geo puts on his second shield. Diffuser will go down. Wonderful job there. Fox still holding on to this pinch. Shuttle will go down. Last man alive is going to be Laxton. He's going to tag 1 kill, but then get taken out immediately by Geo. Round number 2 will go in favor of eXcellence, and they are proving they know what to do on Kafe against Elevate.
Yeah, some wonderful gunplay there from Foxay, and really redeeming himself from that little potato earlier on Chalet, showing us that he is a fantastic player and now putting it in a 2-0 lead in favor of eXcellence. Now, last time eXcellence started up with a lead, it was on Chalet, just the map that we watched prior, and they managed to walk away with that lead. The only round they lost was the very first round of the map. Now, it's worrisome here. What we're seeing is Elevate really did get kind of picked apart on that defense. And I don't want to point the finger at one particular thing, but you could kind of say that the fact that they didn't have that mirror window deep inside of the freezer, instead of putting a double mirror window onto the bathroom and freezer wall up close on the westmost side of the building, I feel like that kind of worked against them. And we did see the mirror window on the east side come from eXcellence on their top floor defense, just not Elevate. And that meant that as soon as the initial mirror window got opened up, they had to fall off of both.
Yep. And, I mean, what we saw there, what I think we're going to see here, actually, what I think we're seeing here is might be a 5-man off-site strat, because we've got that castle who typically reinforces the, basically secludes the train room from mining and fireplace. And we'll have to see if anyone's going to stay on site. Right now we see smoke. I believe that's going to be Brian, but everyone else looks like they're going to be top floor. Okay, so they will not be going a 5-man off-site strat. They are going to keep 1 man on site. Looks as though that might be Brian. Gurmy's going to be upstairs in that corridor, in the little corner of Piano, facing the cigar lounge.
Elevate, starting it off slow. Just trying to get themselves onto the roof. You can see Laxing on that west balcony. He's going to be putting pressure onto the main site window. However, it's been castled up, so in order to apply said pressure, he's going to need a teammate to open it for him or just get that 11 melee down onto the castle, which is dangerous because you then have to worry about C4. Foxay going to blow his load a little bit too early there, and now he's going to have to play a little bit more passively inside the cigar room.
Oh, almost got the shot there on the Buck, but the wall is soft and Buck will fire back. And Fox will go down yet again early on in the round. He used up about 1 minute of the attackers' time. Tossed out a C4, again unsuccessful. However, they are still going to be here holding down what they can of this top floor. My man's going to be the last man standing topside as Gurmy has retreated back down the back stairs. And man also got the call. He's going to go all the way downstairs, try to go for the peek there, possibly onto Blackbeard on the windowsill or on the rappelled on the wall, but I don't think he's there anymore. I think he navigated up top. We're watching him now up at the top of the red stairs. Reloading. Now top floor control has been gained here by Elevate, and this is going to be a little bit of a pinch, we're going to say, onto Gurmy.
So a little bit of a failed roam on the top floor from eXcellence. Now Elevate have full control, as well as a man advantage here.
Now Gio's going to be underneath of Skies. Skies going to most likely hop over the banister, move on down and take out Gio here momentarily. Skies is trying to get a little bit more intel with his drone here, but underneath, I believe that's going to be my man trying to cover the half stairs. With 40 seconds left to go, Sky's going to open up the drop hatch into reading and then move on over. Looks like the laundry hatch where he's potentially going to drop in. Looks like Brian gets taken out of commission after getting Shuttle killed off here. Laxing picks up that trade, and a 4-on-3 is going to ensue. 25 seconds left to go. Sky's looking to get this shot down onto the castle, who's now navigating outside onto the red carpet. That's that pillar dining room. They're going to be looking in. The castle barricade's still there. Chapter's going to drop. Gurmy's going to be there to tag 1 kill. Can he tag another? No, my man's going to pick up one. Gio gets another before he gets taken out. Gurmy and my man last 2 alive against England, who is the only one, and he will try to place that diffuser down. My man says no with authority, and he will get that round 1. 3-0 now for eXcellence Gaming.
eXcellence seemingly very dominant here on Kafe, and this is not what we've seen many times before. We almost never see Elevate struggle to win these rounds on Kafe of all maps. Now this is looking very, very scary for Elevate GG. You saw there, so what happened in that last round? The initial roam from eXcellence upstairs, that Valkyrie was unsuccessful in its entirety. Neither wasted time nor did it get a kill. Yet despite that fact, Elevate spent almost the entire round trying to take control of the top floor, even though there was only 1 roamer upstairs who had already been swiftly dealt with. After they took control of the top floor, they opened up the holes and they started getting pressure on, but they only attacked into the bomb site with 40 seconds left to go. And during that attack, eXcellence collapsed onto it and won their fights, resulting in what we see now here, a 3-0 lead in favor of eXcellence Gaming.
I think what eXcellence did there that not many other teams do, and I think what other teams can take away from that is once you forego your initial strategy, you have a fallback strategy. You need to have a secondary strategy, and eXcellence did that. Once they lost Fox, they realized, okay, let's back on out. Let's get back onto site, get our secondary contingency positions, and that worked for them. And they're able to do that very successfully, and that's something that teams need to step their game up on. If you're an up-and-coming team, you need to make sure you have contingency plans, because I guarantee you, not every round is going to go the way you expect it to.
Like this camera here, this is a roof camera that doesn't see a lot of play, actually. Usually it'll go on one of the other trees, but the position that this camera's on means that it's going to be a little bit harder for eXcellence to spot. Now you can see Geo pressuring onto this east balcony. Interesting game he's playing here. Looks like he's trying to pinch with his teammates onto any potential roamers on the top floor.
Now my man looking to trying to get into the piano room. It's Skies. He's going to be the only roamer topside. He's there inside of the cocktail lounge. Cocktail lounge hallway.
Geo droning for himself here, looking for any of the roamers, and he's not going to see Skies playing in that hallway. He might actually get caught off guard here by the Skies roam momentarily.
Sky's going to navigate on over, gets called on out here by my man. Geo will follow up with his own drone, and that forces Sky out of position down the stairs towards the laundry room.
And you can see here, eXcellence, they have full control of the top floor now, and they know it. Very efficient droning, and is going to result in Skies falling off without an actual direct challenge.
Now Fox and Sky's going to go for an engagement here. Looks like Fox still trying to get the shots down. He gets the headshot without taking too much damage. He's going to walk away with about 70 health. Still plenty of health to go for another engagement here later on in the round. A 4-on-5 now in favor of eXcellence.
Good start for eXcellence. Now, of course, the pressure is really on to Elevate GG. They've got to feel this. They've got to feel it slipping away from them here. I mean, let's be honest. They've only won one round so far in this best of 3, and it's not looking good. They've got to get this win, at least one of these next 2 rounds, in order to deny a 10-1.
Now, Gurmy is going to hop on over the banister here, looking towards Shuttle, who's inside of the hallway. Couple shots going his way as Fox looks like he might to push in. He's got to go up the half stairs. Fox tags a kill there onto England. Shuttle trying to get the trade from above or from the side, but misses his target. Gurmy wins that engagement as Laxing kind of comes on out from the reading room. And he will take down Fox. Now Gurmy picks up the trade. A 4-on-1 Chapstick. Last man alive, huddled inside of the fireplace lounge. And we are going to have the drop from my man into the train room. He's now looking left, right, left, right. Who's he going to see? My man moves on over, and he misses his target, but Geo is there to get the trade. Wonderful collapse there. eXcellence walks away with a 4-0 lead at the moment. They're now one round away from securing their position at LAN.
So for the most part, a lot of the polls that we've been referencing have been in favor of Elevate GG, but eXcellence seeming almost totally dominant here in this match.
They're seeming almost unbeatable. I mean, there's not much that...
They've already torn through 2 of the North American Titans, Continuum flip side, and now going up against Elevate, it seems like it's going to be another absolute decimation. Elevate's got to step it up here. I believe in Elevate GG. If there's a team who can make this comeback and who can adapt to get the win here, it's going to be Elevate GG.
Now, it is almost like a Cinderella story, if you will. We've got eXcellence, who ultimately didn't do so well during Season 1, destroying 2 previous Titans, as well as potentially here onto Elevate, and then, who knows, even onto VG if they both make it to LAN.
Yep. Now, Elevate, they really just need to plant their feet in the ground, and they can absolutely do it here on this round. They will be attacking onto the top floor defense, which was the first defense we saw played by eXcellence. It was a pretty decisive win for eXcellence, despite the fact that a lot of their balls didn't hit the mark. Most notably that C4 coming through the piano floor. But Elevate's now going to be conscious of that and be wary of it moving forward in this attack. Now, of course, Elevate first step is going to be getting onto that roof, although it looks like Skies might be pressuring onto this main lobby. Don't see this very often, but it has worked before. And Skies is going to be going in here with, as you can see, drone coverage from his teammates, trying to get any early kills that he can onto the roamers, which don't exist. We talked about this before. eXcellence, they do have the roam game downstairs, but they do it very late. They'll open up the drop downs and then rotate as they need. Foxay still playing inside that piano. Last time he was unsuccessful here, but he's probably not going to get himself trapped in by Minibar this time.
Now, my man was just spotted out on those back stairs. He was the closest one to being called a roamer. However, he's now back on site right next to Gurmy. And like you said, they do go for this late roam game. That's why Skies has positioned himself inside of the train room. He's waiting for that to happen. He's waiting for someone to try to drop on in, go for that C4 toss like we saw previously. Now England is going to hold on to that diffuser and push his way into the top of the red stairs. Not necessarily the smartest person to, or not the smartest position to be in with the diffuser, but he's got the help of Thermite, who opened up the piano wall. Now they are going to push their way into the cigar lounge. And England right now, he has been spotted out here by Fox on the drone or on the Valkyrie camera.
Fox still has control over this piano, and he's wasting so much time here for Elevate.
Oh, he's going to push it. Oh, just Fox narrowly
I
missing
don't
the
think
shot.
Elevate knows.
He moves on over. No, the pre-fire.
What a
What just
shot.
happened there? Wonderful job. England didn't even know it. He was just pre-firing to the corner. Wonderful collapse there, and unfortunately, Fox just poor timing. He also gets taken out, but now he lasted 2 minutes this time. A 5-on-4 now. 60 seconds remains. Gio's going to go for this late game roam. However, we still have Skies, who's inside of the hallway here by Trophy.
Actually, he's rotating
by
back
Train.
up. That means the roam game will be successful in all likelihood from Gio.
He's actually going to take a larger or a longer avenue going in towards the bar corridor and moves on over, tosses the C4 up, misses the target, and he's now underneath. Now, I like that because that doesn't necessarily give away his position. That C4 could have come from the freezer. It could have come from the cocktail lounge. And so, therefore, we still might have Gio in a very peculiar position, a very successful and necessary spot. We're going to go for the plant here momentarily. England gets spotted out there. Some shots going through. Chapstick, he's trying to move in forward, trying to come up. Laxton gets a double kill into Gurmy, and Brian tries to come out with a pistol kill. Shuttle's going to steal that kill, now moves on over. Skies picks up the final kill there into Gio. We're going to have round number 5 going into the hands of eXcellence, or sorry, into the hands of Elevate. They finally secured 1 round here, but they have 3 more to go to take it to overtime.
The collapse from Elevate, wonderfully calculated there. They simply rushed in, as Elevate has done in the past, and they're really good at that. They're good at just applying spontaneous pressure, just saying, all right, everybody, go, 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 all as a team, and winning their fights. And Elevate, they now put themselves their 2nd round win of this best of 3. They have to get 3 more, though, to bring it to overtime. So eXcellence have to be feeling pretty confident here in this position.
They do. I mean, they've got their cream of the crop, their pick of the litter, basically, is they're able to now choose whatever bomb site they want. They're able to choose whatever attack strategies they want. They know what the next bomb site's going to be. So this is how we're basically going to unfold, is eXcellence is now going to have 3 rounds to play their game.
Yeah, they can do whatever they please. However, Elevate, again, I've talked about it before, if there's a team that's going to make this comeback, it's going to be Elevate GG. Will they be able to, or will they not be able to pass the test of these next 3 rounds?
10 seconds to go.
Sky's going to be seemingly roaming pretty hard downstairs, although he still has time to rotate back up. And yep, there we go. We will see the rotation back up. That makes a lot of sense. Having someone down in the bottom floor is a roam game that can work on Kafe, but it's also very risky. As you can see here, the mirror windows have completely shifted in that there are none. They've instead opted to reinforce that bathroom wall and the freezer wall, because they know, well, I mean, what did we see from eXcellence the last time Elevate went upstairs? We saw eXcellence use those mirror windows against Elevate GG to get 2 initial kills to open up the bomb site for their main push. So that's Elevate just saying, nah, not doing that anymore.
Don't need it.
Yep. And we'll see if that's actually going to play against eXcellence. It might just be instead that they use their Thatcher to get rid of the bandits, and then they use the Hibana to open up the same holes and then do the same thing over again. Just play the same exact angle into the freezer. Foxay was really good at playing that angle last time.
Now we are going to have each and every member from eXcellence on this top floor, on top of the roof. This is looking like it might be a very quote-unquote standard, except for my man here, a very quote-unquote standard push from the red stairs. We aren't seeing the rappels onto the east windows, going to be on the side of the A bomb site. We aren't seeing necessarily anything else other than let's take our spearhead, let's go through our normal positioning of the top of red, push into push into piano, and force our way into the bar.
Seems like a very standard attack here from eXcellence. Just going to be pushing into that red hallway, later into the piano, using that small Hibana hole. Don't really need a thermite, you can prone it.
Now there are 3 roamers from Elevate. They're going to be underneath. It's going to be Laxing, Chapstick, and Sky. And Fox just trying to get an idea on where everyone is. The gas grenade's going to come out, and that is going to smoke Fox out just a little bit, take him down about half health. He's going to hop off drone, move back a little bit, and then re-engage. He's going to spot shuttle there. That's going to force him to move over. Gio going to go for a couple pop shots towards him. But again, you got to be wary of these 3 roamers. 2 of them, potentially 3 of them have C4. That bandit has a potential to get C4. We don't see it often. Oh no, it is going to have that barbed wire, so Laxi going to move on back up the stairs. Chapstick going to be on the back stairs as well. He's now progressing up this washroom corridor, which is going to be held down here, I believe, by Gio.
And you can see here Gio, who has with his teammate Habana, has opened up this hole, and now it's going to be saying that again, applying that same exact pressure. The grenade even going to come out this time, but it's actually going to get tucked behind the barrel, and will do very little damage to England.
Now, it's almost like a stalemate happening here. There's 25 seconds left to go, a 5-on-5. First kill is going to be from Laxing onto Fox on the back stairs. Wonderful corridor shot. Now we are going to see this unfold here. 15 seconds left to go. Gio still trying to hold down the smoke, but the smoke doesn't need to push. He has a soft angle on the doorway. Blackbeard's going to have to make a push here momentarily. My man drags one down almost, but misses his target. Chapstick shuttle coming up large with a double kill. C4 kill from Chapstick, and it will go round number 6 into the favor of eXcellence, or Elevate, as England gets that final kill onto Gurmy.
A good defense there from Elevate, and now it is looking like they might be able to make this comeback happen with their second successful round in a row. They seem to have reestablished control over that top floor, whether it be on attack or defense, and they're just not peaking the angles that they were previously. I mean, last time we saw 2 people get kicked off really easily from eXcellence straight through that mirror window in the freezer. This time, despite the hole being opened via the Hibanas and Thatchers, and even a Blackbeard in this instance playing that angle, who arguably has a better chance of getting kills from said angle, we just did see Elevate peek onto it. They played very safe, and you can see as soon as they did that, now they have an even man count. All they have to do is hold the angles and wait patiently for eXcellence to make their push. They did that, and they win a round. Now we are looking like it's just 2 rounds away from Elevate making their comeback.
I know.
Overtime.
I mean, as we watch this comeback unfold, I'm reminiscing about Season 1, the first matchup between Elevate and Continuum, where Elevate was up 4-0. Continuum came back to win 6-4 on Kafe. So I think Elevate might be trying to do the exact opposite. They might be trying to come back here and win this 6-4 potentially.
Attackers have recovered their diffusers. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
So those holes, by the way, if you're wondering, shooting those holes is going to give a sound prompt to Shuttle as he plays on top of the A bomb site, or sorry, Gurmy, excuse me, as he plays on top of the A bomb site. That's going to give him just like a little bit of a, hey, if they're repelling, I'm going to be able to hear them nice and clear. Also breaking the window behind it and making it as small as possible, just shooting through the same hole over and over again.
Now we are going to have this drop hatch get opened up here, and Skies looking like he was already in a bit of an engagement here with Fox. Fox gets droned out, moves over towards the train room, and he realizes that he is being herded over. So he's going to wait. He does not need to engage Skies here, but it looks like he might.
This is very smart from Foxy. Despite the fact that he's being collapsed upon right now, he has done a lot of damage to Skies. More importantly, his roam game in the piano has thus far been completely unsuccessful. Just dominant, like regardless of whether or not eXcellence won the round on that upstairs defense, every time he's gone into piano, he's done 0 work. So now, him playing inside of the train room, he's at least delaying slightly.
Now, he does have Gurmy's drone to help identify, hey, Fox, guess what? They're collapsing onto you. Fox now knows, okay, it's all clear for the moment. I believe Gurmy's drone may have been destroyed there, and unfortunately, that's going to be the yokai not able to be useful towards the later moments of the round. But Fox still going to tuck himself in here. He's having trouble trying to get rid of the drone. However, Laxing does pick up that kill there with the AUG onto not Geo. Now Skies will go for this engagement. He's going to be seen and taken out of commission. Wonderful shot there. England tries to go for his own kill. The reload comes out at a wrong time. And unfortunately for Fox, Shuttle's able to swing around and pick up the trade immediately, leading into a 3-on-4.
Yeah, eXcellence on the defense here. They still have a whole minute they have to hold out against the Elevate onslaught. As Elevate now are positioning themselves to push straight on in through the cigar. The first initial gas canisters are going to come out to delay this as long as possible.
You ready to see the flashbangs come on out? Shuttle's going to be most likely the first one to engage. He's going to rush in forward. England's going to follow suit. The diffuser will most likely go down here between the bar and B site, but they will need to stop Gurmy. Gurmy's going to be sitting long range with that MP5 SD. Gas grenade again going to come out. That's the second of 3. Brian's now moving a little bit closer. And he will try to hold down. 30 seconds remains. And you can see all 3 members from Elevate, 3 out of the 4, going to be here. Now here comes the push. They're going to move in towards Bar. Drop shot's going to come in from Laxing. He gets another kill there. However, Shuttle gets taken down. Brian will be removed, and Laxing picking up 3K. We are going to have my man last man alive. He's just going to turn around, tags a shot down. Wonderful job. 10 seconds left to go. My man swinging on over. He's looking to get the shots down to Shuttle. I think he injured him. Last man alive is going to be Laxing. Looks as though Plant has not gone down, and so Laxing is going to try to test. He looked for it, he misses the target, he's going to get the kill!
No!
It's my man! Wonderful shot there, just playing the cards right. He's going to win this round, and that's going to be eXcellence winning this over Elevate. 5-2 on Kafe. That is map number 2, and that is a LAN event spot, a LAN spot secured for eXcellence.
My man absolutely clutching that round out for his team. If it weren't for him coming from piano, coming from that cigar room at the later end of the round, it would have almost certainly have been an Elevate win, and they would have been just 1 round away from getting that overtime on Kafe. But alas, eXcellence, and congratulations to them, will be getting that 2-0.
One of the 2 undefeated